with Teacher Shaddai. Are you excited? So am I. Hello there, my brilliant grade 6 learners. It's going to be another English fun day of learning. Come and join me as we explore your favorite classroom on TV together. This is English Hour right here on DepEd TV. Ready thinking for what's in the offing. In your daily routine, everything and anything can have a connection to each other. When you view or read something, you make connections. Today, kids, we're going to know more about making connections. Today's episode is so special because I have here a friend and her name is Maisel. She's going to recite to us her favorite poem entitled Make Connections. Are you all ready to listen? Kids, here is Maisel.
Make connections. I read and I connect it to my life. I read and I connect it to what I read. I read and I connect it to the world. I learn when I connect. I enjoy it when I connect. Life is about making connections.
Wow! That's so amazing! Kids, do you understand the poem recited by Maisel? What is the poem all about? As you read it, you may have related it to your own life experience, to the book you read before, and even to happenings in the world. The brain is wired to connect new information with the old knowledge that is in the brain. Take all your life experiences, even those outside of the classroom. You ask yourself, am I bringing meaning to the words to help me read better? You make connections with a book, article, picture, or movie that you have read or viewed. Maisel? Kids? Making connections is a strategy that can assist you in extracting the meaning from a text or something you see on TV. It is about how the information you are reading connects to other familiar texts and to how the world works that goes far beyond your personal experiences. You can connect your background knowledge to the text you are viewing. You can comprehend better when you actively think about and apply your knowledge of the book's topic, your experiences, and the world around you. You can make connections between text to text. Text to text is a connection between texts. Sometimes when reading, readers are reminded of other things that they have read, other books by the same author, stories from a similar genre, or perhaps on the same topic. These types of connections are text-to-text connections. Readers gain insights while reading by thinking about how the information they are reading connects to other familiar texts. This character has the same problem that I read about in a story last year. Would be an example of a text-to-text connection. Example: the ending of this story is the same from the story I read before. This is an example of a text-to-text connection because there is a connection between the text of the two stories. You make connections between text to self. Text to self connections are highly personal connections that the reader makes between a piece of reading material and the reader's own experience or life. An example of a text to self connection might be, this story reminds me of a vacation we spent at my grandfather's farm. Example: I remember my high school days as I read this story. The sentence is an example of a text-to-self connection. There is a connection between the text and your own experience. You can make connections between text-to-world. Text-to-world connections are the broader connections that a reader brings to a reading situation. We all have ideas about how the world works that go far beyond our personal experiences. We learn about things through television, movies, magazines, and newspapers. Often, it is the text-to-world connections that teachers are trying to enhance when they teach lessons in science, social studies, and literature. An example of a text-to-world connection would be when a reader says, "I saw a program on television that talked about the things described in this article." Example: she read from the news that there is an increasing number of individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. This is an example of a text-to-world connection because there is a connection between the text and the real scenario in the world. So, Maisel, did you understand the different types of connections?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Teacher Shaddai, for today's lesson on making connections.
Thank you, Maisel. It's nice to have you here.
Bye, Teacher Shaddai.
How about you kids? Did you understand the different types of connections? Great! Oh my, what time is it? Well, it's test time. Are your pens ready? Check. Sheets of paper ready? Check. Here's what you're going to do. Try this one. Make connections with a given situation from your personal experience. If you can recall anything as you read, write "I connect." But if you cannot remember anything, write "I cannot connect." Number 1. Magnitude 6.3 earthquake in Batangas. Number 2. Taal volcano eruption. Number 3. COVID-19 pandemic. Number 4. Postponement of opening of classes. Number 5. Community quarantines implemented. So, how did you do? Were you affected in the given situations? Did you answer correctly? Can you show me your responses? Could you raise your notebooks? Let me see. Great answers, kids! Oh, do you hear the clock ticking? Uh-huh. Yes, it's recap time. Let us check if you have understood our lesson. Just write your answer on your paper. After 5 seconds, could you show me your answers? Is that the deal? Great, kids! There are strategies in making connections. Namely, blank is a connection between texts. Sometimes, when reading, readers are reminded of other things that they have read, other books by the same author, stories from a similar genre, or perhaps on the same topic. Answer: text to text. Blank connections are the broader connections that a reader brings to a reading situation. We all have ideas about how the world works that go far beyond our personal experiences. We learn about things through television, movies, magazines, and newspapers. Answer: text to world. Blank connections are highly personal connections that the reader makes between a piece of reading material and the reader's own experience or life. Answer: text to self. Great, kids! You were able to process what you have learned today. All set for more? Get your pen and paper. READY. Ready? Let's begin! Directions. Make connections by identifying if the lines from the different short stories and clips from the news are text to self, text to text, or text to world. Write your answer on your paper. Number 1. The couple had a son named Bayabas whose task was to take good care of their 3 fat carabaos. Number 2. Once there was a boy who was so lazy and his name was Juan Tamad. Number 3. Iloilo took its name from Irong-Irong, the old name of the city of Iloilo, a tongue of land that sticks out like a nose on the south of the Iloilo River. Number 4. The world has confronted several pandemics before. This is the first, caused by a coronavirus. Number 5. Barangay officials strictly prohibit residents from going out of their homes during the enhanced community quarantine. Let's now check our answers. Number 1. The couple had a son named Bayabas whose task was to take good care of their 3 fat carabaos. Answer: text to text. Number 2. Once there was a boy who was so lazy and his name was Juan Tamad. Answer: text to self. Number 3. Iloilo took its name from Irong-Irong, the old name of the city of Iloilo, a tongue of land that sticks out like a nose on the south of the Iloilo River. Answer: text to world. Number 4. The world has confronted with several pandemics before. This is the first, caused by a coronavirus. Answer: text to world. Number 5. Barangay officials strictly prohibit residents from going out of their homes during the enhanced community quarantine. Answer: text to world. Today, we learned more about how to make connections. Yes, we did! Believe together we can. This has been another day of thinking, doing, and learning right here in your favorite classroom on TV, the English Hour. This has been your teacher Shaddai saying, learn English today and your dreams are just a word away. Keep it right here on DepEd TV. Ready thinking for what's in the offing.